a peek into what's gonna happen for the month of August. So these are general readings. Not gonna pertain to everybody. Check your sun, moon, rising sign if it doesn't sound familiar to you. And it's just going to give you a peek into what's going on. And I'm shuffling the cards, Leo. And how I kind of feel about Leo just going into the reading. You know, we've had the new moon in the sign of Leo that happened between like the 1st and the 2nd of August. Either the 1st to the 2nd or the 2nd and the 3rd. It was the 1st and the 2nd because yesterday was the 3rd, right? Time moves so fast. So, you know, I feel like Leos may be having some new beginnings, just feeling really good. Happy birthday to all of the Leos out there. Happy birthday to the July Leos and all of the August Leos. Before you know it, we'll be in Virgo season. Hey Virgo, if there's any Virgos listening, sun, moon, or rising, you may have any Leo. So, you know, I feel like Leos have had a new beginning with this new moon, a new start. After some things you have been through on many fronts, Leo. Like we all have been, all of the signs have been going through it over the last few years, and it's been coming to a realization and a culmination and just an ending, it seems like, in 2016 for a lot of the signs, and just new beginnings, moving in new directions, a lot of people making changes in a positive direction. So Leo, that definitely pertains to you. I think this was a wonderful new moon that just happened for you in Leo, and I think the Leos are feeling that. So I'm just shuffling the cards to get these ready. I'm going to do a 4-card spread. I'm going to take the card from the bottom of the deck first, and that's going to take us into this first week of August and the overall energy for August. And then we'll do 3 cards for the remaining weeks and just see how the cards read together and what we have for Leo that you guys can kind of look forward to this month. So for a personal reading, don't forget to email me at purple@gmail.com, not spelled like the color. It's PRPPLE@gmail.com, and check out my website www.astrotarot.weebly.com. I'll be revamping that and bringing some more things to you guys and trying to get some daily tarot readings and energies on there to get you guys checking out the website. So without further ado, Leo, I feel like your cards are ready. Spirit is saying give Leo their reading. It's funny because when I cut the card, for some reason I just dropped one card in the middle, and I'm just going to go with that. So I cut the deck. Let's go ahead and see. And these are mini readings, guys, just to give you some energy, you know, for a more in-depth, more accurate and more personal reading. You guys just want to contact me personally, because these are for whoever is listening and whatever energies that they resonate with. Excuse me. So let's get it on, Leo. First card from the bottom of the deck out the gate, overall energy, is the 2 of Wands. Fire card for the Leo. Second card off the top of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Next, you have the Magician. Awesome card, Leo. I feel like that's so fitting. And then lastly, you have the Hermit, which is a number 9 card. So you got a 2, 4, 1, and 9. So you've got 2 evens and 2 odds. And I feel like that's perfect for Leo, because I feel like, and you'll hear me shuffling the tarot oracle cards for the heart, because I'm going to lay one of those just to give us some further guidance for how you guys can just kind of get through August and deal with whatever you're going through in August, which I think is just a month of give and take for Leo. A month of give and take, a month of action but reflection. And the action is, it's physical action, but the action I feel like is more so mentally, physically, and mental and physical for Leo. And I feel like starting out with that 2 of Wands, like I said, Leo, I feel like Leo has closed the cycle, and maybe that's why we're back at the bottom of the deck with the 2, the 1, and the 4. You don't have a lot of high cards. Even as far as the major arcana goes, you got the 1 and the 9, so cards under 10. And I feel like Leo is starting a new chapter. Leo is pretty much starting over, getting that confidence back, really taking an assessment of who they are and where they are in their lives, looking at all of the positive and the good things, and then moving forward with those things. And if it's not so much that, Leo, it could also mean that you're just weighing out a situation, weighing out where you are in your life. Maybe that's with careers, relationships, whether that be romantic relationships or friendship relationships, and kind of just taking stock of things. Because, in the Two of Wands card, you have the guy, he's standing there looking out at the ocean with the globe in his hand, kind of surveying the world as he has his back to everything he's built behind him. And I think it's just a time, like I said, Leo is looking at the things they've been through. They're looking at all that they have accomplished and all of, the hardships and the good things that it took to get there, and just seeing where you want to go and what decisions you're going to make. Twos always speak of a balance. They always speak of decisions. So with some things that you've been putting into play, Leo, some realizations that you've been coming to, maybe you see that it really is, you're taking stock and it really is time to balance. Are you going to move forward? What are you going to take? What are you going to take that's behind you? And from this chapter that you closed, what are you going to take and what are you going to leave? And are you going to move forward? And how are you going to move forward? And I think with the next card, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, talking about moving forward as we progress through the cards, which represent a progression through the month of August, which represent a progression through your change, Leo, through your transition, through your new chapter. The Four of Pentacles reverse is really saying you're letting go of some of the controls, some of the work, hurts, worries, fears, whatever that's going on a material level that you're holding so tight to. Pentacles represent earthly things, material things. So whether it's possessions, people, you're holding on to emotions that really aren't realistic to get you to a better place in the future. It's a releasing to me with the Pentacles in reverse, because with the Pentacle in reverse, you're still holding tight to what means a lot to you, to what means the most to you, and you still have stability, under your feet, but you're letting go of some of the burden. You're letting go of some of the things that you're so concerned about on a material realm. And another way that card can be interpreted, just because I'm talking to many people, so I don't always try to stick to one storyline. You see different things in the card. The cards represent different things for different people. So another way that this Four of Pentacles in reverse kind of comes off to me, Leo, is you also may be releasing something having to do with the money. Now, you may have to pay a big bill. I mean, because the Four of Pentacles guy, he's got that big pentacle on the top of his head, and when he's in reverse, I just imagine it falling. But he's still got one in his hands that he's kind of holding from the top and the bottom that I don't feel like is letting go. So you may just, if you've severed some contracts, doesn't really represent divorces and things like that, but maybe there is something that you're walking away from business wise or something like that, even property investments, different things where you may lose a chunk or you may have to spend some money or let go of some funds, but you're still holding on to some. So I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think that Four of Pentacles in reverse is a good thing, because it speaks of not being miserly, willing to let go to gain, because it's a Four of Pentacles. That's a low card, and there's a lot more wealth to be gained. There's a lot more stability, and there's a lot more if you can kind of let go of where you are right now and see there's a much more stable plateau ahead of you, which you make happen in August with the Magician. The Magician is upright. You're going to put these things, when you started out with the Two of Wands, surveying, contemplating, balancing, making decisions, you're gonna put those things into action with the Magician. You're stepping up into the major arcana. You're stepping up to see your power and actually use this Leo power, because Leos are very, very powerful. Fire signs, the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you are all powerful. Every sign is powerful in its own way, in its own right. And but Leo, you're very courageous, very powerful, not just on the inside. Like, I'm a Cancer sign, and a lot of times, most of the time, my power comes from within. It's not from being on the front of the scene or in front of the scenes, or having to have the shine or have the show. That's not a Cancer. And which even surprises me about me doing these videos and doing these tarots for you, which is how I know, it's a passion, it's something that us light workers do to help you folks out there, because we're not in front of the scenes people, but Leo isn't in front of the scenes people. Leo is on the spotlight, in the shine. That actress, that actor, it's the sun. It's ruled by the sun. It represents self. So there is nothing more appropriate than the big, beautiful, bad lion with all of his mane, all of his glory, all of his courage, to represent the self and to be the one who this. You reflect that spotlight. You take it in. It is you. The spotlight is a Leo, and that's where they bask at. That's where they do their best at. And with the magician, it just shows you you're stepping into those, to manifesting and creating what you are, who you are, and who you think you are. It's one thing to think you are something, but to really, through actions and through things that happen in your life, to show you that you really are who you think you are. And it's just a time for you to realize, Leo, that you have everything. You possess everything. There's nothing that you need outside of yourself. It's just about those realizations, those contemplations, and those letting go of a few things on a material level, so that you can create that next destiny, that path to your destiny, so you can create that vision and have it materialize and on a mental, physical, emotional level. So that's what that magician is telling me. And after you do that, as we see August out on into September, you're just going to be sitting back with the hermit, sitting back and looking at the choices that were in front of you, the decisions you made, some actions you took, where you've been and where it's going to get you, and kind of how you have to manifest that through the magician. So with the hermit, it's just saying, I did this. Leo, I'm sitting here finishing your reading and I realize I didn't lay your oracle card. I'm sitting here finishing your reading, either about to go into Virgo or take some time. I don't necessarily like to do readings back to back, but to get these to you guys in August, I got to do what I got to do. So I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm going to do, and I'm like, I didn't lay, and I'm shuffling. I'm still shuffling, as you hear. Never put them down. My mind goes off when I'm working with these cards. So I didn't even realize I still had them in my hand. Shuffling them, never laid the card. So, Leo, let's get an oracle card. And I had a card that just fell out as I'm shuffling. I didn't even cut the deck. But we're going to go with this. It's meant to be. Anything that happens in these readings is meant to be. Even when shit is wrong or I say something wrong, card is wrong, it's meant to be. So take heed to everything in readings that you get, Leos and people who watch the videos. But the card that fell out of the oracle deck that I'm going to take, that is so appropriate, it is right next to, I set the oracle card at the end, set it at the end today, and actually on my little table that I read on, I didn't have any room, so I set it dab on top of the hermit, which is the number 9 as well. And then you got the number 9 seek, and the number 9 card, and I'm sorry that I'm not on video to look at these. When I get some more time, even if I'm not on camera to show you the cards, I'll put the pictures of the cards in the video. But the seek is identical really to the hermit. These are two different decks. This is an oracle deck. But the picture in the seek card is a woman or man, probably a man, I don't know, sitting there with their arms out, birds. It's like in a forest, in the trees, and it's almost like an aerial view that you see on this card, how it's painted, of this person sitting out with their hands extended, and almost in like in a meditative state, with the palms up and the legs crossed in Indian style, 2 birds above, and you're looking down through some leaves and branches through an aerial view. And it represents Leo, being still. I'm sitting here finishing your reading, and I realize contemplating and there's one thing to take a physical action. So you move your feet, you move your arms, you use your physical body. But there's another thing to take mental and spiritual action. So I'm sitting which means you're creating these thoughts, you're thinking of these things. I'm still shuffling as you hear, never put them down in a mental and a spiritual place. But you make decisions. You make conscious and unconscious decisions, subconscious decisions. Shuffling them. Never lay the card. So Leo, let's get an oracle card. Directions you're going to go in, what moves you're going to make, what you're going to do and what you're not going to do, what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept, who you're going to be, who you're not going to be. And anything that happens, you put that into physical action. Even when shit is wrong or I say something wrong, card is wrong, it's meant to be. So take heed to everything. You don't just get up in the morning, cook breakfast, eat, wash, shower, oracle deck that I'm going to take that is so appropriate. Go pay a bill, right next to, take your kids to school. You don't do all of that stuff. Some of it is, actually on my little table that I read on. I didn't have any room, so I set it dab on top of the hermit,
but
which is the
everything
number
you do
9
on
as
an
well.
everyday basis,
And then you got the number
have to
9
think about it.
seek,
It's
and the
manifesting
number
in the
9
thought,
card. And I'm sorry,